Are you having problems at work in your systems engineering career? Do you want to go into management and either give them a piece of your mind or just tell them what's going wrong? Well, there are subtle ways to do that that's not going to ruin your career or mark you as a complainer. Now, I've had problems with management in the past. We just didn't see eye to eye. That's been a few years since there was a serious conflict, but I didn't handle it very well. And I had to leave departments, and there was just some missteps. So I want to spare you that pain. Recently, I've had trouble with a funding issue. How certain things were funded had changed, and it just was structured in a way that I felt wasn't very helpful. Now, how to complain. Let's take an example. I was wrestling with this. Let's say it's a travel budget. Okay, it was a while ago. I was on a team. Fortunately, the travel budgets were pretty good then, so I was able to go out and visit the site, okay, and engage and get my work done. So let's say in that situation, the travel budget was just cut and it had all be Zoom. Okay, well, I could come in and complain and say, hey, boss, this is crap. We need to travel and Zoom's not the same as face-to-face. Well, first off, the decision was probably not at my manager's level. It probably came from much higher up. But how I might approach that and say, hey, look, Paul, my boss, will use Jill. Say, hey, Jill, I was really getting a lot done going out there one-on-one. And I just feel that since our schedules are so tight, it might be worth asking for an exemption from the travel ban. I realize that this came down from on high, but we're going to save, I think, a couple of weeks overall in the schedule if we're there. And also, I find out things that I don't find out at a Zoom meeting. Like, for instance, the material they use for the bolts moved from steel to aluminum. Okay, I never would have found that out had I not been there and had the brief conversation in the hallway, or right as I'm going to the airport, all of a sudden our team reveals these important facts. So, Jill, is this something that we can discuss, or you can move up the chain? So that would be a much better way to do it. Now, one, I didn't blame Jill for the issue. Two, I cast it in terms that the company cares about. We're going to hit schedule with a higher likelihood if we can travel again. So now all of a sudden I'm speaking Jill's language because she's responsible for the schedule, most likely. And the third thing is that I cast myself as caring about the team more than just, hey, I like to travel and this is how I want to do it. So it's this mix of team first and being a little ginger, being a little respectful, and also just not blaming someone, not coming in there ranting and raving. Okay, that's just going to help keep the dialogue. Now, what also helps the dialogue is staying in rapport. For those who use NLP, I would establish rapport first and then start discussing these. Final tip, bonus here is if Jill says, Ray, that's the way it is, you're going to have to hit schedule and figure it out with just doing online meetings. If the matter is closed, the matter is closed. I got this from Colin Powell's book, My American Journey. So once the decision's been made, sometimes we have to respect that and move on and find a way. Now, I wouldn't switch jobs or departments just based on not being able to travel. But if something comes up where it is truly a values difference and the decision's been made, maybe it is time to look around. Again, I don't like to do that as a first guess, but in any event, don't just waltz in and complain. But if you do need to complain, we can do it in a certain way. Now, the good news is that when we do this, the boss knows we don't like it. Okay, they know we're basically complaining, and they realize we're packaging it in a respectful way, and we're trying to be a team player. So they'll understand. Okay, they know, that we want to travel, for instance, or whatever the issue is. So, use these tips when you try and complain to your boss. We do need to bring up issues, but there's a right way to do it that's going to preserve our career and just keep us more effective long term. And it's going to increase the odds that maybe there is a way to get what we're hoping for. So, hey, comment below, message me what you think, and let me know your experience about complaining. Good, bad, otherwise, and love to hear what you think. So comment below.